have an overlookup of this battery parameters. Okay, so typical values of an rechargeable batteries. Okay, so I will make you the things clear. We have rechargeable batteries and non-rechargeable batteries. All these are the examples under rechargeable batteries, where these rechargeable batteries are also called as secondary batteries, are also called as which batteries? Secondary batteries. The batteries which the charging, I mean, we cannot recharge them. Those are called as non-rechargeable batteries. Those batteries are called as primary batteries. Okay. Now let us try to see each type of battery and voltage level in that battery, and already we discussed what is that ampere hour efficiency and watt hour efficiency, and what is their self discharge rate, and what is their life cycle, and what is their cycles. Okay, let's try to understand here. First one is the type of battery. Okay, so first type of battery is lead acid battery. At your house for the inverter you are going to have this battery, what? Lead acid battery. The output voltage of each cell is how much? 2 volts. Okay, so like that you have 2 volts, 2 volts, 2 volts. I mean, let's try to draw the practical diagram only. So this is 2 volts, 2 volts, 2 volts, 2, 2 and 2. You see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All are connected in which connection? Series connection. So each value is how much? 2. So 2 into 6, how much? The open circuit voltage is how much now? 12 volts. Therefore, the lead acid battery what you use at your house is how much rated? 12 volt system, or it gives an output voltage of 12 volts. Each cell voltage is how much? 2.1 volt. That is called as voltage per cell. And see how many cells you have to connect like this? 6 cells you have to connect. In which connection? Series connection, to develop an output voltage of 12 volts. That is called a lead acid battery with how much system voltage? 12 volts as the system voltage. So coming to the next one, already we discussed previous to this class. What is the efficiency of a battery? It ranges from 60 to 70 in general, but especially for lead acid battery what you use at your house, maximum it can give how much efficiency? 92% efficiency it can offer. So this efficiency will change with respect to temperature. So that's why batteries we are supposed to keep under air conditioning. So you can see the batteries what we have in our campus, they are kept in what? Air conditioner. So when you maintain this under air conditioner with a temperature of 25 degrees, they can perform better. If you are keeping these batteries in this sunlight, automatically efficiency will be 50%, 10%, 20%. So to have exact efficiency, you should maintain that temperature. Automatically the efficiency of the battery is going to increase. A lead acid battery will have a maximum efficiency of 70 to 92%, minimum of 70, maximum of 92%. Next, self discharge rate of a battery. Sir, what is meant by self discharge? Okay, so for example, you are having a battery of 100%. I buy a new battery or new mobile, or you take the battery at your house, you are having how much percentage? 100%. This 100% is called as a state of charge. What is this 100% is called as a state of charge. Now what is the state of charge of a battery? How much? 100%. Okay, so this 100% battery you buy it, and you are not using this battery for 1 month. How many months you are not using? For 30 days you are not using this battery. So for 30 days you are not using that battery, you kept the battery aside, and later after 1 month you taken that battery and you measured what is the percentage of charging available in that battery. So in how much amount of efficiency it is going to drop? 4%. Okay, so 100 minus 4, it is how much? 96% will be the state of charge of that battery. So 100% was there at the starting of the month. We are not using the battery, kept it aside. But after that you measured how much amount of charging is there in that battery by using a battery tester, and how much it is showing now? 96%. But where this 4% has gone? We are not using the battery. Where this 4% has gone? This is called self discharge rate. The battery is able to discharge of its own. The battery of its own, it is able to discharge. Sir, why it is discharged? Due to the chemistry inside the battery. So due to the electrochemistry, the battery is able to discharge of its own. If a battery is discharging of its own, with if whenever it's not used for an longer time, for a longer period of 1 month, if you're not using the battery is going to discharge. That is expressed in percentage. That's why at the starting of the month, what is the percentage of the battery? 100 percentage. You're not used it for 1 month. What is the amount of charging lost in the battery? 4 percentage. After 1 month, how much amount of charge is available? 96 percentage. Okay, that is called state of charge. Next one, come to the life cycles of the battery. Sir, what is meant by life cycle of an battery? Life cycle of a battery is nothing but the time, I mean the number of times a battery getting charged, the number of times the battery is getting discharged. One charge and one discharge is called as one cycle of battery. So battery is charged once and the battery is discharged once. Your mobile phone also, morning you will charge your battery and evening it will try to become fully discharged, and again at the tomorrow morning you will keep the charging. Then how many of cycles you have been completed in the battery? One cycle of the battery have been consumed. Like that, how many cycles and lead acid battery at your house will work? How many cycles? 800 cycles. How many cycles? 800 cycles. Okay, sir, how to understand this 800 cycles? So 800 cycles means so for 1 day how many cycles you are consuming? For 1 day how many life cycles you are consuming? One cycle. So per day we are charging your mobile phone once and you are discharging your mobile phones. In the case of a lithium ion battery or lithium polymer battery, same is applicable in the form of an lead acid battery. So you will keep your battery full. At the morning time power is available, your battery is charged. At the night time you take that there is a power cut. Now the battery is going to discharge. If it's happening daily in your house, in the case of villages, I can say one cycle of battery is consumed per day. So like that days, how many cycles are given in the problem? 800 life cycles. So 800 life cycles are given. So 800 means how many days it can run? 800 days divided by 365 days. Calculate it. How many years? 800 divided by 365. Huh? 2 point. So 2 years, I mean 2 years 1 month. Okay, I mean 25 months. So after 25 months this battery value is 0. What is the value of this battery? 0. So maximum how many cycles it can give? 800 cycles. 800 times we can charge the battery and 800 times we can discharge. So per day we are taking an assumption, per day I am charging the battery once and I am completely discharging that battery. So how many years a maximum battery can give a life is 25 months or 2 years 1 month. So after 2 years 1 month, for example you buy this battery for a cost of 10,000 rupees. So after 2 years what is the cost of this battery? 0 rupees. The cost of this battery is 0. Why? Because all the life cycles is completed, there is no use of that battery. You have to throw that battery, again you have to invest how much? 10,000 on this battery. Okay, so that is called as the concept of life cycles. How many life cycles it is going to have? 800 life cycles. So how much you got? 2 years. Therefore lifespan is how much? 2 to 3 years. So no one will use daily one cycle. So they will charge for 2 days, they will charge the battery and 1 day they will try to discharge. Why? Because if you are not having power cuts, we will not use one cycle per day. So for how many days we use? For 2 days, how many cycles? 1 day. Then automatically it is double how many times? 2 times. Then the battery will run for how many years? 4 years. If you use 2 days, 1 cycle. It depends upon how you use the lead acid battery. So battery name is only changing, but the performance is same. The voltage per cell is same. Charge, I mean efficiency is also same, and self discharge rate is also same concept. Cycles are also same concept. Depending upon the type of battery, the parameters are changing. But what are the parameters of a battery? Cell voltage. Next one, ampere hour efficiency or watt hour efficiency. Next one, self discharge rate of a battery. Next one, life cycle of a battery and life of an battery per year. Next come to nickel cadmium battery. Okay, so nickel cadmium battery is used in your trimmers. Nickel cadmium battery is used in your trimmers. So you generally to do shaving or trimming we use these batteries. So what is the output voltage of this battery? 1.2 volts. So the motor what is used in the trimmer may require 3 volts. Then how many cells will be connected? 2 cells will be connected, or as per the requirement 3 cells will be connected in series connection. When you connect them in series, what will increase? Voltage level will increase. So what is the efficiency of the battery? Nickel cadmium batteries 90% efficiency. And how many, or for example, if a trimmer is not used for 1 month, what is the state of charge of the battery? 100%. How much is lost? 2% is lost. After 1 month, if you take your trimmer, how much amount of charging will be available? 98% amount of charging will be available. Okay, and how many cycles it can run? 1500 cycles. How many cycles? 1500 cycles. So 1500 cycles means how much? 1500 divided by 365 days. 4.1. For example, if you do trimming daily, so the people, those who like to do trimming, will try to do trimming daily. And how many years your trimmer will work? 5 years. Or some people will do the trimming, one cycle they will consume for 3 days. For every 3 days they use it to consume, they will charge the battery and they will discharge the battery for every 3 days. And they do the trimming for 3 days once. And how many cycles is completed? One cycle. Therefore this will be getting more than 6 years also. Okay, that depends upon the quality of the trimmer. So this 1000 rupees trimmer, 2000 doesn't gives around 1500 cycle. So here the trimmer cost what we are going to consider will be minimum 5000 or minimum 8000. This costly trimmers will give this much amount of performance. Now coming to the next one. So this nickel metal hydride battery, this is used in olden cameras. So in olden days we used to have digital cameras. Okay, so they require a sudden flash is required, therefore they require a high capacity. So in this what is the voltage of each cell? 1.2 volts. And what is the efficiency of this nickel metal hydride battery? 70%. And if this battery is not used 1 month, you buy the digital camera and you kept what is the charging of available in the digital camera at the starting of the month? 100%. You had not used this camera for 1 month. After 1 month, if you check the battery, how much is the efficiency? 30%. Now how much amount of charging is available? 100 minus 30 is how much? 70% or charging is only available. Why? Because this nickel metal hydride battery can discharge with an higher rate. 30% of the charging is lost. Okay, and next, so how many life cycles it is going to have? 1000 life cycles. So 1000 life cycles means how much you are going to get? Approximately 2 years or 3 years. So that's nothing but 2 to 4 years. So don't think that every day we consume one cycle. So that you can understand now with our example. Now take your mobile phone. The battery used in your mobile phone is what? Lithium ion battery. The battery used in your phones which are more than 20,000 rupees. Okay, so if you use the mobile phone more than 20k or more than 20,000 rupees phone, automatically they use lithium ion polymer battery. Okay, let us try to take a normal phone less than 20k. So what is the operating voltage of your mobile phone? 3.6 volts. So the battery voltage is also how much? 3.6 volts. And what is the efficiency of your ampere hour efficiency of your mobile battery? 90%. So if it is not used for 1 month, so what is the state of charge of a, for example, you have a mobile phone and you buy a new phone and you kept the charging as how much? 100%. So you got some exams, you kept this phone in your locker or you had kept this phone inside an birwa, and after 1 month you had bought it out. So, okay, how much is the loss? 10%. So 100 minus 10%, therefore how much amount of state of charge is available? 90%. So if you are buying a phone and you are not using the phone for 1 month, so how much amount of charging is lost? Minus 10%. 100 minus 10, 90% is the state of charge available in the mobile phone after how many months? 1 month. If you are not using for 2 months, how much amount of state of charge? 80% is the state of charge. Next one. So your mobile phone only will have maximum life cycle. Okay, so now you consider your mobile phone, now our condition will be validated. Okay, so if you take your mobile phone, how many times you charge your mobile phone per day? So generally you will charge your mobile phone at the morning and you will come to the campus, and when you leave this campus at evening 6 o'clock, the mobile phone is getting fully discharged. So here it is having at the early morning you kept the charging, it is 10%, at while you are coming to the campus, this is how much? 90 percentage. So in the campus or while you are traveling in the bus, and completely when you reach your house, it is going to reach how much? 10 percentage. So in one day you are charging the mobile phone at your house, and you are completely discharging your mobile phone at your campus and in the bus duration, and this is going to consume how many cycles? One cycle you already completed. So I completed one cycle of the battery for how many days? One day. So here how many cycles are there for our lithium ion battery? 1200 cycles. So 1200 cycles. So we are consuming in the pattern of one day you are consuming how many cycles? One cycle divided by 365. 3.2 years. I mean, if you buy a mobile phone, maximum it can run for 3 years 2 months only. It may be an 1 lakh rupees phone, or it may be an 50,000 rupees phone or 60,000 rupees phone. So after 3 years you should replace the battery. The cost of battery after 3 years is zero. How much? Zero. So either you have to replace the phone or you have to buy an new phone. So to replace that battery, it will be around 40% of the mobile cost. If a mobile cost is around 20,000, what is 40,000 of 20,000? 40% of 20,000? Around 8,000 rupees you have to invest exclusively for replacing which battery? Lithium ion battery. So one more category, latest battery is lithium ion polymer battery. So this is used for the mobile phone which are greater than 20,000 rupees. They have an operating voltage of same 3.6 or 3.7. Maximum efficiency is how much? 90 percentage. So per month if you are not used, how much is self discharge? 10 percentage. And how many cycles? 1000 cycles. And maximum life they will give 2 to 4 years. And this lithium ion polymer is also used in your power banks. Is also used in your power banks. So you have an auxiliary power banks to your mobile phone. So when you are traveling far distance, they are made up of what? Lithium ion polymer. Okay, so they can have a maximum efficiency of how much? 90 percentage. Per month how much they are going to discharge? 10 percentage self discharge. Whether you use the mobile phone or don't use the mobile phone, how much it will self discharge? 10 percentage it will discharge. And after 2 years definitely you have to replace your mobile phone. Okay, so you have to replace the complete life, you have to completely replace the battery in your mobile phone. Okay, so that's how this batteries plays an crucial role. Okay, so this is the battery what you use at your house. This nickel cadmium battery what you use in the trimmers. This is nickel metal hydride what is used in the olden digital cameras. This is about the lithium ion battery what we generally use for mobiles. Lithium ion polymer is the battery what we use for power banks and the latest laptops. We use this lithium ion polymer. So which is best? What is the maximum efficiency we are getting here in terms of voltage? This is 2 volts and this is how much? 3.6. All your mobile phone operating voltage is how much? 3.6 volts. And how much efficiency they are giving the maximum? 90% efficiency. And per month if you are not using, what is self discharge rate? If your mobile phone or if any electric battery is not used for a longer time means how much? 1 month. This much amount of charging will be discharged of its own. That is called self discharge. So what is the maximum cycle? Where you are having the maximum cycle? Here we have the maximum cycle either in trimmers or the next one is your mobile phone. Okay, and what is the maximum life you are going to get? Where you are going to have the maximum life? In trimmer, and next one is mobile phone. Okay, so that's why it is suggestible not to buy a mobile phone more than 20,000. If you buy the mobile phone with 1 lakh also, what is the maximum life they can run? 3 years. After 3 years you have to replace the battery. You have to invest 30 to 40% of your mobile phone cost. So after 3 years definitely you want to replace the battery. If they replace the battery, can you give the guarantee same performance will be available? No. Why? Because already due to continuous usage your memory will become full and automatically some virus also will get entered and virus OS also will get corrupted. And if everything is fine also, it will show that RAM and storage is full due to updation of all these softwares. So automatically if you replace the battery also, the phone may not work that much better. So automatically what is the next decision? To buy an new mobile. Again after 3 years you will buy a new mobile, automatically after 3 years the battery will become 0. So that's why it is suggestible as per the electrical engineering standards, recommendable to buy a mobile phone less than 20,000 or up to 30,000. Whatever may be the cost of the phone, after 3 years what will happen? If you use or if you don't use, maximum how many years they can run? Maximum 3 years or maximum 4 years. So this is for a normal consumer, those who use this phone for only for calling. If you are heavy user, okay, so per day how many cycles you consume? 2 cycle. So per day you charge your phone 100%, and at afternoon again you charge your phone. So per day how many cycles you are consuming? 2 cycles. Then how many years maximum it can run? Not even, so 1.5 years only your phone you have to replace. If you are charging your mobile phone 2 times a day, how many years you have to replace? Less than 1.5 year only you have to replace to a new phone. Okay, so that's why it's recommendable to use a battery as per the standard, and don't use the battery in a hot summer. You use it in a normal room temperature. It's recommendable if you use an air conditioner also in summer, such a way that the battery will not blast. Okay, so these are all voltage per cell. This is nothing but what? Efficiency of a battery, ampere hour efficiency and watt hour efficiency. What is meant by self discharge? The battery discharge of its own if it's not used for a longer time. What is this life cycle? The number of cycles the battery can be charged and the battery can be discharged. Okay, so maximum how many years you can use your mobile phone? Maximum 4 years if you use one time charging and one time discharge a day, or one cycle you are using for one day. If you use 2 times, if you charge your mobile phone, automatically you can run it only for 1.5 year. So after 1.5 year you have to replace your laptop battery or your mobile phone battery. Okay, so this is all about the which type of battery, rechargeable battery. The next session will try to understand how to connect these batteries in series connection and how to connect the batteries in parallel connection.